want to test this new selfie stick, right? Now, we'll see if the selfie stick will be in the footage, because I haven't tested it. It's not a DJI selfie stick, is it? It's a SmallRig. And I'm going to check. I'm going to do a 360 turnaround, see if any distortion and so forth, or if you can see the selfie stick in the footage. You know, we'll find out. Anyway, now I did bring my Osmo DJI. No, sorry. I did bring my DJI Osmo. I did bring my DJI Mini mic with me, so yeah, that's taken care of. I brought that with me just in case, you know, I'm in a situation where I need a wireless mic. But what I would like to try and do is actually run this whole footage without using the wireless mic, because not everybody's going to be buying a wireless mic. Let me just get you off this tripod and stick you up here. Hold on. There we go. Better. Yeah, that was the SmallRig tripod that I was using. Right, let me get going. So today it's gonna be a long day. Sorry for that. Sorry. Right, let me just get myself in the zone, I guess. In the zone. There's my DJI Mic Mini, and I don't feel like using it now, so I'll just put you up here. Yeah, the benefits of having a upper molly paddle like so, like this one here. Yeah. What else? What do I need to do? Okay, put that here. Right. Let me get going. Yeah, so yeah, am I feeling comfortable? Yes, feeling good. Yeah, okay, right. What are car options? Since I'm going to be talking about something, there's something that came to my mind. Car options, you know, people out there who are car enthusiasts. What's the word? I don't know. Anyway, I can't say it because my mind's still half asleep. It takes me a while to wake up, you know, but it's okay. Much better than before. For car enthusiasts. Anyway, what are your deal breakers when buying a car, you know? I mean, there are certain things now that we have got used to now that we can't live without, and it's going to be hard to go back, but we can do it. However, there are the certain things you need as options in a car that can be a deal breaker for you if you're out there trying to buy a car. Why do I have this tripod still in my hand? Yeah, heads-up display. It's a thing that sits in the dash and gives you your speed and everything in front of your windshield. And by the way, I thought that was a must-have for me, but after owning it in a car, it's something that no matter how much I have tried to look at that heads-up display on my windshield, I still go back looking down to the normal standard tachometer. So it's, yeah, it ain't easy. I've tried it, so for me it's no longer a must-have in a car. Now, 360 cameras and front and rear cameras. For me, 360 camera is a bonus, it's not a must-have, but front-facing camera and rear-facing camera is a plus point and a must-have. So when I'm gonna buy a car, it's just good to have that, you know, extra field of view in front of you or behind you, because you just never know. But 360, if I have them front and back, I'm okay. Now, what else? Creature comforts, I guess, you know, seat memories and so forth. It's not a deal breaker for me, doesn't have it, but if it has it, it's a plus point. Air conditioned seats. That's a tough one. Sometimes sometimes, yeah, I wish, and sometimes I just don't care. So it depends. Heated seats, on the other hand, well, during winter, yeah, it comes in handy, but I don't find myself using it. Unless I lived in a very, very cold country, then it would be a must-have. I mean, I ain't gonna be waking up that cold, and ooh, no. I would like to, get myself warmed up. Heat steering, same thing, kind of deal. Yeah. Alright. Changes. When we do changes, we always have to weigh them out, why we're doing it and what makes sense and what doesn't make sense. So I talked about this in the previous video, that when you're a parent, certain things are no longer a need, not a want, a need, and sometimes you have to sacrifice things in order to make the right decision going forward. I mean, when I was single, before I got married, you didn't have them challenges, but when you got married, everything changes, because you're just not alone anymore, so you have to sit there and make sure that it caters to everything around you. And when you have kids, yeah, good luck with trying to sit there and live a life that you used to. But you know what, I'm telling you, it outweighs the whole being single life. Trust me, it's just, you got your partner, you got your children, and they just complete life. Everything completes life. That's the the beginning of life, and how it starts completing things all fits together like a glove. Now I'm kind of worried that this footage is not going to sound okay with the sound quality because of the Bronco, and sometimes these mics pick up more sound, especially onboard mics with the cameras, than it needs to, and then it ruins the footage. And I don't want to ruin the footage because I'd hate to ruin the footage. So just for the purposes of this, I'm going to stop it here. I'm going to play it back and see how good it was, and if it was good, then I'll continue recording my footage today. keep discovering more and more. Oh, by the way, today's footage is all in 8K, 30 frames per second. Yeah, I thought just run an 8K today, run an 8K. And I discovered, as I said in the beginning of the video, that the tripod by SmallRig, when I connect to the Osmo 360, has a little bit of wobble. I don't like this wobble stuff. Slight, it's there, and I can't deal with it. I can't be dealing with it. So I'm going to have to do some slight modification to that tripod itself if I want to use it, because that little movement doesn't do it for me. I mean, it won't affect the footage because you've got rock steady and so forth, but for me, it's just there. I know it's, doing this on me, and I'm like, no thank you. And I can put some very, very, very thin rubber base 3M, make it a really skinny type of rubber mount. I can take care of that, but it's something well worth noting in case you're out there going to pick it up and it's going to be an issue, because if you're like me, you don't like these things to be flimsy, then yeah, it's not going to work for you. Again, SmallRig might address it quickly and then make sure version 2 comes out, because the tripod itself is nice. Anyway, I thought I'd say that. Get it out there before I forget. So on the same road as I did in the night footage, you can see daytime is different in the night time. But normally the day is always clear, but today's a bit sandstormish, like a haze, widespread dust today, yeah. But this street, I'm telling you, this road I'm on, this highway, it's weird that I can sit there and go back into my memory and remember what it looked like, and it's just crazy. So these 4 buildings here on the right here, that was the only thing I remember next to the Trade Center. That was just, like the biggest buildings on the street, and then suddenly I look back and now all these skyscrapers everywhere. It's amazing. It's cool because I can sit there and, explain to my children when I'm driving that what used to be here, what wasn't here, and so forth. Again, it's just being part of change and the journey that you see change is amazing. It's totally amazing. At least you've got a story to tell somebody about an area that you see, that you saw grow. I don't know what's wrong on mine today. I guess 2 hours sleep, according to Wobble on my hand, saying that I owe 2 hours sleep. By the way, if you don't get your sleep rep in, your brain does not function to its peak, by the way, and that's something that I've noticed on my journey, and I can back that up, because if I have good sleep, well rested, I'm telling you, I'm the peak of my game. But when I'm not rested, your brain does not cooperate with you, just like your body doesn't cooperate with you as you grow older. Your body's like reminding you, keeps reminding you when it's squeaking and making all these funny clicks and noises. You start to sound like an old car, right? As you're walking and so forth. What's wrong with my knees? What's wrong with my back? What's wrong with my eyes? It just all starts to go, south, I guess. Anyway, I think I'm going to end it for today. I just want to say thank you for watching my content. Thank you for watching today's footage. If you liked it, you know what to do. If you didn't like it, you know what to do. If you'd like to watch more content, you can check some here or here. And check our playlist if you want to binge watch, because I got a lot of content there.